Hey everybody, for the clarinet players, this is going to be your first 5 notes in your Essential Elements book. It's going to be G, F, E, D, C. So going down those first 5 notes. So G, F, E, D, and C. G is going to be the really easy one. It's just going to be the balancing act because your thumb is in the back underneath your thumb rest, and G is nothing held down. So you have to be careful not to hit your side keys right here on the side, and when you put the mouthpiece in your mouth, there are no keys, just like this. But you don't want to play it like that. You don't want to be like, woo, no hands in the air. You want to make sure that your fingers are still hovering over those keys where they need to go, because you want to be ready to play that next note. So you want to be kind of hovering over, making sure that your embouchure is not squeezing tight, but is still nice and firm, and so that the instrument isn't going anywhere. So make sure that thumb is nice and placed. It's not too low on your thumb right there, but it's kind of right where your thumb bends. I've always found that to be my sweet spot, and it's a nice balance point for my thumb as well. Okay, your next note is an F. F is going to be just your thumb in the back, right here on this open hole. Not right here. This is called your register key. We're going to be just right here for right now. So it's important not to press this note. That's going to make all of your notes go high. We'll just call it that right now. So right there, I'm going to put my thumb right there. And I'm going to move my thumb vertical. So not tilted to the side like this. My thumb is going to be vertical. And that's going to be important later on to reinforce that now. So still nothing else held down. Just my mouthpiece is in my mouth. My thumb is balancing it in the back. And my thumb is on that F. Okay? So I have G, which is open, and then F with my thumb down in the back. G open, F with my thumb down. My next note, I'm going to keep everything that I have. My thumb is held down in the back. Now I'm going to add my index finger down in the front right here. So my thumb is down, and now my index finger. And this is E. These are the only 2 fingers held down. And if you feel like your embouchure is set, your reed is placed properly on, then double check and make sure that your fingers are covering these holes the whole way. Sometimes if there's an air leak, then your note's not going to properly come out. And that is probably the reason why. So just make sure that those fingers are right tight over top of those holes. And then it might help fix that. So G is open, F is your thumb, E is your index finger. And now we're moving on to D. I'm going to add one more finger on. So G, F, E, D. I'm going to add on. Make sure it's on that open hole right there. And this is just a really chunky clarinet. I couldn't even, this thing needs a whole repad. I couldn't play even if I wanted to, which I don't want to. But so G is open, F is your thumb, index is E, thumb is, middle finger is T, sorry. And it shouldn't click like that either. So if it does, let me know and I'll look at it when I see you next. And then the last note is going to be C, which is our ring finger right here. This one is going to be, I've always felt like it was a little bit of a tougher one to get my finger to cover at first, because it's my ring finger. My ring finger was always my weakest in my left hand. But it was also the easiest to be able to tell if it's covering the hole all the way or not. So yep, just make sure all those holes are covered. No other keys are held down, just our open holes. So G is open, F is your thumb, index finger is E, 1 and 2 is D, 1, 2, and 3 is C. Nothing in our right hand except for balancing that thumb. And that's it. Nice long tones. Nothing else. No crazy. No crazy.